Assalamualaikum sir. I'm now going to present our research on a Bangla conversational agent dialog dataset for task-oriented food ordering domain. I'm Sivat Sheikh and I'm joined by Rashik Ishmam, Fahad Mohammed, Kazi Hasib, and Tanvir Khan. So food delivery platforms are taking over a large part of our daily internet browsing ever since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. The app users will basically scroll through their various restaurant pages to find the right item or manually search for the right discounts for them. A Bangla language-based conversational agent working in this domain could have made things easier and more efficient for users by basically helping out with the ordering and to finding the right deals. And in order to make a conversational agent, a diverse and vast Bangla dataset would be required to support this. And to make our dataset, we use the food ordering domain of Taskmaster 2 as our primary dataset. All the dialogues and annotations were translated using Google Translate API. Our dataset consists of 1050 conversations, 13,953 task-based dialogues, and 5,187 annotations.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Rashishmam. Today I will discuss about the annotations of our dataset. The initial annotations of our dataset was created for English language, but when we translated our dataset to Bengali language, it didn't work. If we look into the sentence where the word barbecue has the starting index of 32 and the end index of 40, but in the Bengali language the index number didn't change. To solve this one, we created a Python script and it was able to solve 51% of the uh, data. Now we can see the index number has been updated. Now the word barbecue in the Bengali language has a starting index of 5 and the end index of 13. The rest of the 49% of the data has been changed during the conversation process from English to Bengali. We can see the annotation data spring roll has been changed to Bashanta roll. To solve this one, first we collect the wrong annotation data using conversation ID and index number. Then we manually uh, translated, manually converted the annotations. Um, Now we can see the updated annotation data, which is spring roll, now has a starting index of 33 and the end index of 44.
To evaluate our data set, we manually created a test set, and test set is a regular Bangla conversation between two person. Actually, the wizard of the OS process was used to produce all of the dialogue, and with one person acting as the user and another other as the assistant. And the dataset consists of 60 conversations and 806 task-based dialogue and 713 annotations. It was unable to annotate the rest of the 2570 annotations, which is 40% of the data, because the data was changed during the English to Bengali translation process. This happened because as we were basically auto translating the data set, and the Google Translate API didn't manage to catch the context correctly between our main text and annotated text as well. To find out the wrong annotation data, we ran a Python script, and that returns a CSV file, and it contains the conversation ID, index number, and the wrong annotation. Then we manually annotated 2500 wrong annotation data into their correct form.
Bolo is currently training on Bengali T5 based pretend model, which was previously trained on MT5 datasets Bengali variant. But this pretend model didn't contain the generating characteristics, for which we are currently preparing a state of the art text to text fast generating model based on Bengali T5 base. Pretend model for which prefix and architecture of the language model head of T5 were greatly researched. Our model is taking user-side conversation through the encoder portion and then trying to guess the reply from the assistant. After the completion of the training phase of the Bolo-based T5 model, Bolo team is certain that the model will generate based on the learning it got through training phase. Currently now it is developing on PL lighting module based architecture. Borodata will mainly used in text generation in some cases, entangling with its parent data set. Taskmaster 2 will give it flexibility of used in translation language module. It will perform well in model with higher parameter. Here the code, and we can easily see that implementing it from the sketch was something completely new, and we did it through thorough research, and we did it successfully. Our model is currently on training, and it will be a revolutionary model for Bengali chatbot. Thank you.
One area of future work is to expand the size and diversity of the dataset. This can be achieved by collecting more data from a wide range of food delivery platforms, as well as increasing the variety of data, food and restaurant types represented in the dataset. We can apply Wizard of Oz process to real world scenarios for the market of Bangladesh to capture the nuances of this market, improving the annotation quality. Another area of future work is to improve the quality of datasets annotation. This can be achieved through a more thorough and accurate manual annotation process, as well as the development of new tools and techniques for annotating, automating the annotation process. Expanding to other domains. Expanding the dataset to include a wider range of domains such as flights, hotels, sports, setting up ride services, etc., and collaborating with industry partners to deploy the conversational agents in the real world applications and gather additional data from the real world. We started this project because there was a lack of Bengali language based conversational agent. Our dataset aims to address this issue by providing a strong foundation for a development of such an agent. The main source of data was the food ordering domain of Taskmaster 2 English dataset. Our translated dataset includes a total of 1050 conversations. The conversations were further broken down into 13,952 task-based dialogues, including 5,187 annotations. We used the Google Translate API. To fully translate the Taskmaster 2 dataset into Bangla. We then carefully reviewed the translated dataset to ensure that all data is accurately annotated. We used a test dataset to evaluate the performance of the translated dataset. Thank you, sir, for considering our work. We hope that our dataset will contribute to the development of natural and efficient Bangla conversational agents.